Good morning, everyone. Welcome. For our devotional today, I wanted to share a piece of writing that comes from one of you. As you might know, we've put together devotionals for each week during the season of Lent. And we came up with this idea for these a long time ago, and we assigned each member and friend of the congregation a different theme. And so this week, the theme is wilderness and silence, which is a particularly appropriate one, I think, for this new reality that we find ourselves in. And this week's devotional contains writing that's really extraordinary of all different sorts, from recollection by David Hertzer of his family's cabin by a lake in Ohio, to Bob Stockstad's remembrance of two particularly harrowing trips he took down in Mexico. But the passage I want to read for us today comes from our very own Caro Grosvenor, and she's meditating on the different kinds of silence that we encounter in our lives. There are many kinds of silences, joyous ones, frightening ones, ones that cause you to question who you are. In my life, I've had many silences, silly ones and overwhelmingly difficult ones. The first one I actually remember is as a very young child, perhaps 4 or 5, playing hide and go seek with my friends. Later, there was the heartbreaking, bewildering silence when both my parents died when I was 11 years old. Years later, I rejoiced when I finally got my baby with colic to fall asleep after what seemed like hours of crying. That felt like a very blessed silence indeed. The silence when my husband of almost 50 years died was breathtaking, leaving me stunned and wordless, and leaving my small life far behind. The silence of the tomb, the largest silence, a shattering, blaring, insistent silence. And finally, Easter, the end of silence. Thank you, Caro, so much for those powerful words. If you haven't downloaded this week's Lenten devotional, I really encourage you to do so. You can find it at our website, Arlington Community Church, UCC.org, and you click on the Connect Faith tab, and that'll get you right to the devotional for this week. Thanks to everybody who contributed, and I'm just so grateful for a church that brings thoughtfulness and words in the midst of situations that we might not have expected to find ourselves in. May you be well. May you be surrounded by God's peace today. See you soon.